Okay, everybody, we have a special Infinity Week and we have some epic prizes to give away. First up, we have 3 copies of the Operation Ice Storm starter box to give away. Comment on Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday's videos on Beasts of War Facebook or YouTube for your chance to win. As if that wasn't enough, we have 2 epic starter bundles to give away on Thursday and Friday's videos. What they contain is an Onyx Contact Force, a US Ariadna starter force, and 2 core copies of the N3 rulebook. Again, comment on YouTube, Beasts of War or Facebook for your chance to win. So, hi guys, welcome to another Infinity N3 Human Sphere video. Right, let's talk about Fireteams, because we had mentioned it in the hacker video. I want to know exactly what's happening with these, because they're incredibly useful on the table.
Fireteams originally were in the original Human Sphere, that's when they were introduced, and now they're getting more powerful with the N3 Human Sphere as well.
Okay.
Fireteams also is a very delicate rule to touch and write, because affects the whole game. It's huge, okay? Everybody has Fireteams in all the armies. So when writing it, when making decisions, it's not as easy as deciding something about Jammer, a piece of equipment that is there, that has just
so
one guy.
You have to be careful that you're not just making Death Star Fireteams that just blast people off the face of the earth.
And also the peculiarities of so many different troops in such a wide game and range, that the things that sometimes they want to represent in the rule is huge. So it's very delicate, and it has to be tested and done. Probably the Fireteam rule is the rule that has been more play tested, and we have to be more careful about. Okay. So let's take a look at the Fireteams on Human Sphere N3, okay?
Yep. So
we have here, we have here 5 different markers, and many of these are super common to Infinity players. Okay, the blue one is the most common Fireteam, is the core Fireteam.
Okay.
Allows a squad, a Fireteam of 5 members to be made, okay? And this is only allowed in sectorial armies, okay? Usually the members of that Fireteam have to belong to the same infantry unit.
Okay, so I would need to do a unit of 5 Fusiliers, say.
Yeah. Correct, and they have to be in the same combat group.
Okay.
Basic stuff. This kind of Fireteam, I'm going to put an image here.
Okay.
Fireteam of grunts here. All the Fireteams usually have some bonuses to the quantity of members that they have.
Okay, so it goes 3, 4, and 5, yeah?
Yeah, but now in Human Sphere it begins to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
This is the big reveal. You can now keep a Fireteam even if you only have 2 members left.
Oh.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that's very useful.
Okay, when you have 2 members in a Fireteam, they have no bonuses, but they move together. Okay, when you have 3 members in a Fireteam, they have a +1 to the burst of your weapon. Okay, when you have 4 members, they get the 6th Sense level 2 skill.
Okay.
And when you have 5 members, you have receive a +3 to your willpower roll for discovering, and a +3 to your BS value for shooting.
Okay.
So they used to be that 4-member Fireteams had the +3 to discover, but now it's been moved to 5. And all these bonuses add up. So a 5-man Fireteam gets that +1 to the burst, gets a 6th Sense level 2, and gets the +3 to both discover and shoot.
Right.
5-man Fireteams are powerful.
So now,
yeah, maybe get a HMG in on that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So now, if we can get into this really.
Oh, so you want me to show off this Fireteam?
Here's a good example.
So don't touch it, okay? This is do not touch it, because these are Angel Giralde's painted miniatures. We have here a 5-man Fireteam, okay? And the leader is this guy over here, because he has the marker next to him. In active turn, when they attack, is the leader who performs the action and receives the bonuses from all the others, okay?
Okay.
Is the leader. But
one of these things does not look like the others. One of these things looks like it doesn't belong, but if we go back...
Why do we have one of these?
Well, the Umbral Legate is allowed to be the 5th man in a Fireteam of Rodox.
Okay.
But let's see what happens here. Right now, this is the most powerful Fireteam, okay?
Okay.
+3 to BS, +3 to willpower, 6 Sense level 2, and +1 to their burst. Okay, and something happens. This guy is killed. Okay, one missile gets him out of the equation. Suddenly, the house of cards begin to fall.
Yeah,
Now
so
we
we're
have
going to 4.
a 4-man fireteam, which has lost the +3 to BS and the +3 to willpower, but has still 6-11-2 and burst 1 +1. Excellent fireteam, by the way. And now suddenly you're losing another member. You still have a fireteam, okay? And the fireteam now has just +1 to burst, okay? And suddenly you lose another member. Now this is still a fireteam and this is just 2 members, okay? But if, of course, if this is just reduced to 1, this is no longer a fireteam, this is just a guy going around, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you another example here. This is a 5-man fireteam. Okay, and you lose the leader. The leader receives a successful hit. Then the fireteam is broken.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, that kind of makes.
And
makes
you spend
sense.
a command token, and you can name another member of the fireteam. Also, another quality of the fireteams is the coherency. That means that they or the fireteam has to be always in the zone of control of one particular figure, which is the leader. Okay.
Okay.
So they cannot move away 8 inches away from the leader. They have to
so
be always
there's sort of a bubble.
Yeah.
So I couldn't have a fire team spread all across my deployment.
And you can change the leader at any time you spend an order. You can change the leader.
Okay, so I can change who's running the show.
Yeah, this creates a beautiful effect, especially with the ranges of the N3 rules, because shotguns are demolishing in short range, HMGs are much better in long range, combi rifles maybe medium range, so that creates that you rotate the leader, and you are in the street, you're using the HMG, you go inside the building, okay, leader, now shotgun, boom, and
that's to make sure that the person who's using that is getting those bonuses.
Because
it's the leader who gets the bonuses,
because it's very important,
Exactly.
yes.
Okay.
You'll also notice in this, there's a hacker in there. Now previously in the old...
Which of these guys is the hacker?
The hacker's
The
the
one
guy
with
here.
the stained hand, the one with next to the marker, yes.
Here?
So previously, in the previous rules, the N3 rules, if a hacker used a hacking attack in a link team, he'd drop out.
Okay.
But now with the changes, it now becomes a support skill as long as he's the leader, and he can now do that, and he won't drop out of the link team. This makes hackers in link teams very powerful.
Yeah.
This makes them very useful.
So, improvement with not only the conception of the rule, the writing, the structure, the everything is written down. You have we have recently a doubt. Hey, is this already contemplated in the rules? Of course it is, because it's the N3 style. Okay, so we have talked about core fireteams. Let's go with another one. Okay.
So what is our next fire
Next
team
one
then?
is Harry's fireteam. Harry's is you are only allowed to have one core fireteam, the blue one, but Harry's is allowed to be an additional fireteam. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you here Harry's fireteam in the screen. These are Sekban from Hack Islam, and Harry's can be formed with 2 or with 3 figures.
Or 4 as well.
No, 4 no.
Oh, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 figures.
Okay.
And
So it gives you an extra smaller fire team that you can have doing stuff. Yeah.
and having 2 fireteams simultaneously in the board is meaningful, really. Okay, for having a Harry's fireteam, you need to align one member of the fireteam has the Harry's skill, which is an option in the slot or on the profile of the troop. Okay, one has to be the Harry's one, and the other 2, please, if you are going to make a fireteam, put big weapons on them or make one of an specialist. That's the thing. Okay. Who is getting Harry's? Okay, who is getting Harry's?
Used to be only Hack Islam had Harry's, but now other armies are going to have it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to behave like Oprah now and say, you have Harry's and you have Harry's. Because
No, you're going to engage the Ace Ventura voice. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So who has Harry's? A lot of people has Harry's. Okay, help me with this, Kilian.
Okay, so Bagmarai, Orc troops, both in Pano, they now have Harry's.
Karakuri.
Karakuri, yes, Karakuri.
In fact, Karakuri comes in a box of 3. It's perfect
That's
for
a
Harry's.
ready-made Harry's team. Yep. Zanshian.
Imperial Agent Sanjin, Imperial Agent Fish and Rank, the Mormires from Caledonia, the Wolvers from Caledonia also.
Marauders. Odalesques, who always had it beforehand. Govads, Sekban, who you saw in the picture. Azwira. So a lot of these are Hack Islam models. Hopefully. Reverend Custodies now have Harry's as an option, which is pretty good. Wildcats, Riot Girls, very good as well. Kurgat, Yaugats, Samaritans, who are a new unit you're going to see for Combined Army. And Suryats as well. So there's a lot of options there. But
Right.
yeah, some of those are going to be very powerful.
Are any of those for my Ariadne forces?
Yeah, the Marauders, the Wolvers, the Mormars, yeah.
Okay, guess what I'm picking up?
And that's in addition to your main fire teams as well. So, very good.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm running generic Ariadne, so not a sectorial.
You might want to
So
change
if
now.
I'm running a generic force, but I have some with Harris, can I make a fire team?
No,
No.
sectorials only.
Just to be clear on it.
Just to be clear.
Okay, so as you can see, Harris used to be also exclusive from Hack Islam skill. US Ariane arrived recently with one guy who was able to make Harris. Now Harris is more widespread into you know, we get all the armies and get the big Harris thing and spread it, all the fairy dust over them.
Okay, so it's like a fine cuisine chef, sprinkling just a little spice here, a little spice there. Done.
Like this.
Not for everybody, but some of those are going to be very useful to the sectorial army.
I was pressuring the team very hard about the Karakuris because I love the miniatures and stuff, but they can, especially in a box of 3, makes a lot of sense to me. So, moving on, we have more stuff to show you.
Okay.
Okay.
So what is our next fire team?
Well, the next 2 fire teams really are very faction exclusive, really. There is the Triad fire team. Let me try to put here some Tohas because the Tohas are lovely.
Okay. He's being very, very delicate with
We have to be
these
careful with these miniatures are beautifully painted by Angel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this okay? in the
Yep,
screen?
that's perfect.
Okay. Well,
So if we just move.
the marker
this
is
back.
not the appropriate one, but the marker should be the one that I have on the screen next to the Triad.
It should be a
Oh,
green one.
right. So it's this, the green one.
Yep.
Okay.
Tohas are aliens. They have a racial privilege. They can communicate using not only words but also pheromonic language. So they can make fire things without having to be from the same infantry unit.
I
Okay.
see.
So combine different units in the army as long as they have the Toha Triad skill, which allows a lot of combos to be pulled off.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very cool.
The Tohas are allowed just to make 3 main fire teams, okay? But with the new rule of Infinity, once the Toha Triad fire team loses a member like this, okay, the new text from Human Experience 3 allows them to have the fire team still active.
All right. So they
That's
actually stay as a fire team,
Yeah.
even though they've lost.
Just
Even
being
though there's
two.
2 members.
Okay,
Okay.
this happens now with all the fire teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when you want to make a Toha Triad fire team, it has to be always up to 3 members. You cannot engage, you cannot fund, which
You
one
can't form a fire
form-
team with just 2
Okay.
Toha. You have to have 3. You have to
Okay.
form a triad with 3.
Okay. Which brings us to the next one of these, which is the duo.
No, the next
No,
one's the
the next-
Animatarchos.
Next
Oh,
one
right.
will be.
Apologies.
Apologies. Let me show you because I have it here.
Okay.
That is a beautiful image of a Toha Triad fire team.
So there's a Camel, there's a Sekban, and there's, I don't know, is that Kumutail at the back? Or?
No, it's the Sukeul, I guess, and
Okay.
he's an engineer,
Ah,
a
okay.
specialist also. Remember, there are certain peculiarities here with the Toha fire team, but they have flexibility because they can have as many as they want. They are not.
Okay, so they're not limited to just having one fire team.
Nope, they
No,
can have
they
as many
can-
triads as they can fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the troops can make those fire teams. This means, and they can be different units.
Okay.
So this means that when we give a missile launcher to a certain Toha, all Toha fire teams can have missile launchers, you know.
Okay.
So the way the power grows in the Toha is exponential.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, quick question. I can have these pre-done as fire teams on deployment?
Yes, and in every army, yes.
Okay, that's fine. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
that's-
just I know that would be important for the Toha in particular.
A very good option is when you're forming a fire team, have a Makul as a member of the fire team, and he can throw his 0 vis smoke to cover.
I
So
see.
he's a good inclusion in any fire team, for example.
Correct,
So it's basically giving you nice big tool sets to use
Oh, yeah,
as you
definitely.
spend orders.
yes.
Cool.
Also, because the Toha are so much into fire teams and stuff, so the command tokens are really necessary
Yeah.
for them.
You're going to burn through command tokens quickly with Toha.
Yeah.
We see this is what I was thinking. If I can already deploy them as fire teams, I'm not having to spend tokens during the turn to actually create them as I go along.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
otherwise I would burn all 4 in turn 1 to make 4 fire teams.
And because they have these special privileges, they cannot reach 4-man or 5-man fire teams, just 3.
Just
Okay.
I can live with that because it's giving you tactical flexibility without making it overpowered.
Yeah.
Because if you had one of these guys,
With 5 members, with different troops.
yeah, well,
No.
these guys with the leader being a missile launcher with 5 troops, 2 shots plus 3, all the goodies.
And
That'd be insane.
And this continues to be an effort from Corvus Belli to make the Toha special. If you look at the rulebook, especially, Human Experience 3, there are a lot of sections which are just Toha rules. It's an extra effort. Okay, let me show you now the purple marker, which is the Enemotarchos Fireteam. This is how it looks. Well, I have a beautiful photo here because I have here a 4-man Fireteam with an Enemotarchos. Okay. Aleph is the faction that has the Enemotarchos.
Yeah.
Assault
Steel
section, Steel Phalanx. Okay, in the future, probably we will see more Enemotarchos maybe in other armies. But right now, it's a left theme totally. To being able to make this kind of Fireteam, you need to have a figure with the Enemotarchos skill. Usually are heroes in the Steel Phalanx, just a few normal units have it.
Yeah, so in this image, who would it be?
Well, we have 2 Myrmidons there and Macaon and Ajax. Both Macaon and Ajax are heroes and they have the Enemotarchos skill.
Okay.
So other troops like Nisse Alke has it. I think Phoenix has it as well.
Phoenix,
yes.
Phoenix
Atlanta has it. There's a few have the Enemotarchos skill allows them to form units with specific other troops in Steel Phalanx.
Alright, gotcha.
Atalanta, I think she's
Maybe
a sniper.
Not. No, maybe not Atlanta.
No, but Hector.
Hector.
Okay.
Who's coming out? Yeah.
Yeah. Akmon, Nisayalki, yes. So many heroes in this because it's a hero theme army, really. So that Enemotarchos Fireteam can be made with 2 figures, 3 figures, up to a maximum of 4 figures. They are not allowed to have a 5-man Fireteam, but they are allowed to have as many as they want, as long as they have an Enemotarchos inside.
Okay.
So you will be able to see 2 simultaneous Fireteams in Steel Phalanx. A very powerful army because apart from that they have OTD all the way around.
Yeah, all kinds of cool toys. I remember seeing the Steel Phalanx starter box, reading what was in it and going, well, that's a bit dirty.
Yeah,
that's a bit much. Thanks,
powerful.
Carlos.
It's very powerful.
And finally, the Fireteam Duo, this new addition from Human Sphere. This is a Fireteam that has no bonus, allows 2 figures to hold hands and go together happily thereafter. I have a photo here with 2 Asawiras, which is a unit that is allowed to have Fireteam Duo. This has no bonus but works especially with expensive troops. You won't never probably find a group of 5 super heavy infantry in a tournament. It's too expensive, but having 2 big troops just go together, maybe one with a super weapon and the other one maybe if it's allowed to be a specialist, that will be a combo, for example.
Yeah, well, you see, what I'm saying with this is it's all about order efficiency.
Definitely.
You're making the armies so much more efficient to use those orders, and even if I'm only activating the 2 of those, if those are heavy infantry that are going to do a lot, I've doubled the effectiveness of them.
Asawiras are excellent miniatures and troops, really. So, who is getting Fireteam Duo? That's the big question.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, of course, Achilles and Patroclus are getting Fireteam Duo.
Yeah,
okay,
the bros.
Akmon from Steel Phalanx also has a Fireteam Duo. The Suriats now will have Fireteam Duo. The Geckos have now.
Yeah, Geckos. This is going to be good. Geckos are the tags, the light tags that nomads have.
Wait, hang on, hold the phone. You're telling me I can have 2 tags in a Fireteam?
In the Fireteam Duo moving together.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, no bonus, but they go together. Okay.
That is the bonus.
Yeah, that is the bonus.
It's scary.
This sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, who else?
And remember, Fireteam Duos are allowed in generic armies if you bring
Evo Repeater and using
Evo
Evo Hacker
device.
And using his special skill. So yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
Team Pro.
yeah. Although my Ariadne can't do it because I don't think I can get an Evo Repeater Hacker.
No, I'm afraid not.
The Taskmaster has a Fireteam Duo.
New unit there.
The Sekban has a Fireteam Duo as well as Harris. So that's cool. The Asawiras, which are in the photo, has Fireteam Duo. The Druze Shock Teams can make a Fireteam Duo, and obviously you will put the lovely killer hacker device there.
Exclusive miniature.
The Scott Guards can make Fireteam Duo. The Suchian and make Fireteam Duo, and you'll have already seen the lovely new version of the Fuchang, so lovely. The Domaru Butai can make Fireteam Duo, the Fishan, the Imperial Agent Fishan rank, so a lot of Fireteam Duo in Yuchin, you can see that. The Wu Mings also, more Yuchin. Yuchin has a lot of Fireteam Duo. Father Knights.
This is good.
Father Knights with Fireteam Duo. This is awesome.
I assume this is going to be scary.
Yeah.
This is scary.
Having 2 Father Knights running at your face.
Armor 5, one can be a specialist, one can have a boarding shotgun.
And the Santiago Knights are also allowed to do that. But
yeah, Santiago's are good too.
Father Knights, I think that can be demolishing, really.
That's gonna be very nasty. Even in a generic Pano army, that's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah, it sounds quite terrifying.
And that's it.
I think that's more than enough, guys.
There's more than that as well that you'll see in the book.
Yeah, this was the Fireteams video for Human Sphere and 3. Of course, the final version of the book will have text and text and text and text covering this huge rule with huge importance.
Yeah.
So, of course, this was just a glimpse of what is coming, really.
Guys, comments below. What tactics are you seeing straight off the bat on this one? Myself, Carlos, and Killian. We'll see you in the next video.